blizzard is coming, y'all. Heaps and heaps of snow will fall from the sky and bury everything. Sidewalks, cars, houses. The ground will grow frozen and slippery, dangerous. But here in Oz, we're oblivious to the weather outside. Here in Oz, we're all toasty, cozy, and warm.
Cyril, hey, you okay? My hair's changing back. Holy shit. Look at that. And my skin. I'm not wrinkled.
Let's go, let's go.
None of the other 9 prisoners show any long-term or adverse effects from taking the drug. Since we stopped the testing, their bodies have been reversing back to normal.
Oh, thank God.
Morning.
Morning.
Coffee ready?
Yeah.
Great. Hope we're not running low. Weather Channel says a big storm's a brewing. You know, our luck, we'll get snowed in with no Java. Any word on how McManus is doing?
Yeah, I stopped by the hospital on my way here. He's in great spirits. Dr. Nasco says he's doing well and he should be back next week.
Good.
Great news all around.
Dr. Nathan, Jeffrey Seitz.
What can I do for you, Mr. Seitz?
I'm an attorney at Downing, McNally, Edema. The Weigert Corporation has retained my firm to handle all the litigation regarding the so-called aging pill.
Litigation?
The family of the prisoner who died, Fred Wick, is suing for $25 million. You're named as a co-defendant.
I am?
Relax. I'm confident that the Wicks will settle out of court. The more serious problem is the State Medical Board of Ethics, a decidedly less predictable group. They want to hold a hearing to determine if there was any malpractice on your part during the drug testing.
You mean...
Yes, you could lose your medical license.
O'Reilly. You got a visitor.
Who?
I don't know, some broad.
Who are you?
My name is Suzanne Fitzgerald.
Do we know each other?
Yes. But we haven't seen each other since you were a very small child.
Look, lady, I'm not real big on nostalgia, so what do you want?
Ryan, I came because I have something to tell you, and it's something I think you're going to find impossible to understand.
Try me.
I'm your mother.
My mother's dead.
No. I'm your real mother. The woman that you thought was your mother.
You've been in there since Halloween.
Hey, I got a lot on my mind.
Like I give a shit.
You know how you're such a cunt.
Look at us arguing like an old married couple. You know, O'Reilly, that's the problem. The thrill is gone.
Meaning what? We're through?
Yep. Time for me to move on to greener pastures.
I'm just heartbroken.
About time. I'm starving. Alvin, all you do all day is eat. So what? I'm supposed to preserve my girlish figure? Hughes, food's here. Fuck you.
Hello there, Blondie. You afraid of me? You don't need to be afraid of me. I'm good friends with your brother. I'd like to be good friends with you, too. You can't do that to me! Officer Howell says that your brother, without provocation, hit her.
She's a lying cunt.
In any event, I've sedated him. He'll sleep in the ward tonight.
Seem to be coming back to the same problem. I'm not sure what else we can do.
I don't understand.
We're thinking Cyril should be transferred to the Conley Institute.
The insane asylum? No fucking way.
We won't decide anything until McManus gets back. John, take him out of here.
Gloria, don't let them do this. You know he won't survive in there. Gloria, I'm serious! Hey, Dad.
It's snowing like a motherfucker. They say we'll get maybe 15 inches by Thursday.
Appreciate you making the effort.
What's wrong?
The hacks are talking about sending Cyril away to the state loony farm.
So?
So if he goes to that shithole by himself, then he's gone forever.
What's the difference? This shithole, that shithole.
Yeah, but at least here in Oz, he's got me.
And you've been such a force for good in his life, huh?
Fuck you.
That's my boy. You didn't call me about Cyril. You got some other nonsense going. Now out with it, because I want to get back before the roads get worse.
Suzanne Fitzgerald. She came to see me. She said she's my real mother.
She's a lying cunt. A miserable lying cunt, you hear me?
Fuck, it's true.
I gotta go.
It's true, isn't it, Dad? It's true! A son's obligation is protect his mother no matter from who, even his own father. A woman who I thought was my mother, I knew she'd never love me. Now I see why.
And Suzanne Fitzgerald?
I think she's my mom. You know, only I chased her out, and I have no idea how to reach her.
Well, maybe I can find her.
Would you? Would you do that for me? And this bullshit about sending Cyril away, you'll take care of that too?
Ryan,
I can't make any promises. This isn't my decision.
But you'll plead my case, right?
Ryan.
Please, don't let them separate us. Hey, how you doing, Shan? Better? You all right? I know you'll do what's right.
So how are you getting along, Clayton?
I'm fine.
And the men in your cell block, who are
The
they?
cops. One was an undercover narc, the other some yokel from a small town mid-state.
So at least you're safe.
You've got to stop worrying about me. I'm not a little boy anymore.
I know that.
My entire life, you and Leo treated me like I was some fragile piece of china. Afraid I'd break at the slightest touch. Because Dad was stupid enough to get himself shanked when I was 7 years old.
Clayton, don't speak that way of your father.
All I'm saying is you were too protective of me.
You'd rather what? That I'd let you run with the gangs?
Yes. At least then it wouldn't have taken me this long to find my balls.
Oh, and you found them by shooting at the governor.
For the first time, I know who I am. My true self. The thing I was born to do. I can change the world. But tucked away in Unit J, I can't do anything. At least not yet.
What do you mean, not yet? Clayton, what are you planning?
Nothing. Don't worry.
Bill?
Another letter from your wife, Basil. She sounds worse and worse. I think you ought to let her come and visit.
Always grateful for your input, Robson.
My pleasure. Couple magazines for you. Newsweek, Field and Stream, Swank.
I like my reading to be well-rounded.
Check out the pussy on page 15.
Oh, hey. Nothing for you today, tough guy.
Bite me. Where? Fucking cocksucker.
Fucking Christ, not again! Take off, Robson, now!
Yes, sir. Bye-bye, baby.
Fuck you, you fucking dickless Nazi fag!
Clayton, if you keep this up, I'm gonna have to spank you.
Careful, he might enjoy it.
God,
Hey, put Hughes in his cell!
uncuff me!
First, you gotta learn not to run with scissors.
We gotta do something about Hughes, Alvin. We've tried being friendly, now we gotta do something else.
Like what? Boil him in oil?
We should talk to the warden. Have Hughes transferred to solitary.
Yeah, that guy's like a son to Glenn. Would you put your son in solitary?
My son. You got him? Here, let me show you.
Thanks.
John, come on in.
Office looks great.
I hope you're not here to ask for a new microwave.
Clayton Hughes.
Look, I've been meaning to come down to Jada. Talk to Clayton. I just been so goddamn busy. How's your wife? She's okay. How's yours?
I haven't seen Abby since my trial.
Why not?
I'm too mortified.
John, look. I'm the last one to be counseling on marriage. But trust me, you don't want to push away. You push once too often, and she won't be there when you need her.
Abby, please come. And soon.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Let it snow.
Cold in here. You guys cold? Put on a fucking sweater. When is Buznalis getting married? Tomorrow. That's what I thought. Shouldn't we be doing something? Like what? I don't know. Bachelor party. A bachelor party? Here in Oz? Bachelor parties are one part alcohol, one part strippers. We're in short supply of both. Okay, fine. I just thought tomorrow's a big day for Buznalis. Forget I brought it up. Hey, Mrs. Keller. I don't. So, Riverdale, you're the best man, huh? This marriage is doomed. Let's go, Cyril. Come on.
Just think. By nightfall tomorrow, I'll be an old married man. You don't think I am, do you?
And what?
Too old to get married?
No.
You don't think I'm crazy doing this, do you?
You gotta be a little crazy to tie the knot, but it's a good crazy.
Sure. Well, like you said when I first told you, how's it gonna be? Her outside, me inside? I mean, we can't even consummate the vows.
I've been saving this as a surprise. I've arranged with Sister Pete for you and Norma to have use, on the evening of your nuptials only, of one of the old hospitality suites.
But conjugal visits aren't allowed anymore.
Sister Pete pulled a string or two.
Wow. Norm and I are gonna round through Cupid's Grove. There's only one thing.
What's that?
You're gonna have to tell me what to do with Norma in bed. You see, I'm a virgin.
O'Reilly's right. This marriage is doomed.
I'm sure she'll be here any minute.
Yep. Any minute. Any second.
Well, she's not that late.
No. 45 minutes is not late. It's fashionably late.
Plus, I'm sure that with the snow flurries, the traffic's... it's just gotta be snarled.
The snow flurries, of course.
She might have even gotten a flat tire.
Or a faulty carburetor. She told me she'd been hearing a strange ping in her engine.
Well, see, there you go. Pete, did you reach her?
I called Norma's home and got the voicemail, so I called the studio where they make Miss Sally's schoolyard, and a very nice man there said that he hadn't seen her all day.
My sweetie took off from work to marry me.
I'm sure she'll be here any minute.
Right.
But with, the snow and...
Pete, we've been there.
Well, you look very nice.
Thanks. This is the happiest day of my life.
Are you sure you want to convert to Catholicism?
Yes, Father.
I don't want you or anyone else to think that I'm rushing you into this decision.
Does it matter what anyone else thinks? Father, I know in my heart that I want to be baptized a Roman Catholic.
The Reverend Cloutier.
I no longer care what the Reverend Cloutier says or does.
Okay. All right, Samuel, we'll have the ceremony next Saturday.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Samuel.
So, Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God. And the king commanded that they brought those men which had accused Daniel and cast them into the den of lions.
Reverend.
Yes, Father.
I hope you're not upset that Samuel Gujan has decided to become a Catholic.
Well, if by upset you mean angry, no. But I am fearful for his soul.
His soul will be fine. Believe me.
Believing, that's the bottom line, isn't it?
You are one cool customer. I will give you that.
Why would you have me behave? Red-faced with anger, gripped by jealousy? No, that's your game.
My game?
When Timmy here left your church to join mine, you started keeping a tally. Whoever saves the most souls wins?
That is not true.
I think that your head hasn't accepted what your heart already knows. You're baptizing Samuel Goujon to get back at me.
Ross, I need you to take care of a little something for me.
You got cash?
Uh-huh.
It's no talk.
The patient's name is Samuel Goujon.
What happened?
He's been severely beaten. Possible head trauma.
Frankie, I'm gonna need you to get me some comp-lines.
Right away.
Let me see.
How could you have Samuel Goujon beaten?
Mukata, I would never do such a thing. What has happened to Samuel, it's anathema to me.
Are you saying this attack is a coincidence?
I pray that it is. But if not, and a member of my congregation is responsible, he will be punished.
Yeah, well, do me a favor. You leave the punishment to me, you understand?
Of course. Tim, tell me the truth. Tell me if you are involved.
Yes, I am.
Why? Why would you have him beaten?
Matthew 26:24. Woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed.
It had been good for that man if he had not been born. You told us those very words.
But you are misconstruing the meaning.
Guggen had to be punished for turning his back on the Lord.
I just wanted to give you the schedule that I worked out, clearing the cafeteria for Ramadan.
You came just to give me the schedule?
Yes.
And there's nothing else?
I made an assumption about the Reverend Cloutier, that he was a phony.
But he's not.
This all started when Timmy Kirk decided to convert. I thought that Kirk should be celebrating Christ through the one true church. But if he finds his bliss somewhere else, should I fight to keep his soul in my corner, believing, as I do, that the faith that he's choosing is wrong? Or should I just be happy that he's found God's love? No matter where.
The prophet says, let there be no compulsion in religion. Each soul journeys alone. So you must lead, and you must follow.
That's impossible.
If serving Allah were easy, everybody would.
Reverend, I've been thinking. This might be a good time for an ecumenical service.
Extraordinary. I was thinking exactly the same thing. Father, I accuse you of being consumed with envy.
I was.
But I was too.
Our sins are our bond. The house of God has many rooms. If a person chooses to move from one room to another, we who are left behind must rest assured that the room that we're in is not empty. God's presence fills every room. God's love shines through the entire house. Let us pray.
Currier and Ives, Norman Rockwell. They created images of America in winter. Ice skating on a lake, sleigh rides along a country road. Fluffy white crystals of new fallen snow. Maybe there was a time when life was idyllic, when children didn't go to school and kill other children. We see the paintings now and we grow nostalgic. Nostalgic for a place we've never seen. We long for a time that we've never actually been part of.
I feel like I hit rock bottom. When another trap door opens and I plunge further into despair.
God only gives us as much suffering as we can endure.
I mean, piles on the shit to see if we'll break? Why?
To test our faith and to make us appreciate the good that we do have.
Well, forgive me for saying so, Reverend, but God is a sick fuck.
Vern.
Hank's wife, Carrie, is about to show up. She's been to see me regular since the day Hank disappeared. Since the day she told me I'm gonna be grandpa. Every visit I tell her, don't worry, Hank will be home soon. Well, now I get to tell her that he's coming home tomorrow. In a box.
There she is. No.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to scrape the ice off the windshield all by myself.
You feeling okay?
I'm feeling fat.
What does the doctor say?
That I might deliver earlier than my due date.
Carrie, I got some news. And it's not good. But I need you to be strong. For the sake of the baby. Okay? Hank was killed.
He's dead? Oh, fuck. Jesus, no.
It's gonna be okay.
Not gonna be okay. How's it gonna be okay? You tell me, huh? How am I gonna live with a baby and no fucking husband? Oh, God. Fuck him. Oh, God. Oh, God.
What's the matter?
Get a goddamn doctor down here, fast!
Central, this is 41. We need a 68 in the visiting room.
Okay? 1, 2, 3. Fuck you! Alright, I can see the head, Karen. I can see the head. Oh, here it comes. Oh.
Prisoner number 01G359. Colonel Edward Galson. Convicted February 16th, 2001. Rape, assault. Sentence, 15 years. Up for parole, be 7.
It's Tobias Beecher. He's gonna help you acclimate yourself to your new life. Beecher is Edward Galson.
Hey. Which way?
This way.
So I saw a thing about you on the news. Raped a fellow officer at a military convention. I've been in the Marine Corps since I was 16, and I've lived by its code of ethics. One night I failed that code. I'm being properly punished. Yeah, well, you may not feel that way after a couple of days in Oz. I'm used to being in the company of men. I'm used to a strict regimen. I won't have any trouble adapting. Okay, then.
you like to be called Ed? Edward? Eddie?
Actually, I prefer Colonel.
All right, Colonel, you want to tell us about your addiction?
I don't think it's an addiction, really. Because I don't drink that often.
I see. But when you drink too much, what happens?
This one time I lost control. It won't happen again.
That's easy to say. It's harder to do.
For a weak man, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was weak. And for more than one time. I probably still am a weakling, but at least I got the balls to admit it.
That's enough, Tobias. Okay, everybody. See you next week.
John Carpenter is back playing for $100,000. John, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, we've got somebody here to help you whose character, Miles Silverberg, in the sitcom Murphy Brown, defined the word overachiever in the 90s. And we hope he overachieved
Funny
today.
show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Grant Shout. Grant, welcome. Grant did
I loved Candace Bergen's tits, man.
The other girl was cute.
Lily Tomlin?
is linguistic. So the question is, what country has the most number of people who speak English?
America! No, England, dummy.
US of A, but for $100,000, it can't be that simple. Grant?
My hint is this. Red Book gave this country a rave review.
Red Book?
China.
I didn't know that.
I'm a big believer in fake TV newsmen, Gordon, so I'm gonna have to go with China.
Well, John, it may not surprise you that more Chinese people than Americans will understand when I say you won $100,000.
Fucking Beach always gets the answers. Maybe you should go on the show.
Yeah, right. Hey, I'm Tobias Beecher. I'm in prison for killing a child. Okay, let's play up your ante.
Tobias, I'd like you to meet Catherine McLean.
Hello?
She's a lawyer with the Alliance for Prisoners' Rights, and she'd like to discuss something with you. Come in, sit down. Mr. Beecher, are you aware that you're up for parole?
Well, when I was sentenced, I knew I had to serve minimally 4 years. But all things considered, I figured my record would pretty much cancel out any chance of getting released early.
Well, you may be right. But, I've reviewed your case. And I think the extenuating circumstances, I mean, the death of both your wife and son, your daughter, her genuine need for you, your improved behavior over the past 6 months, the commendations from Sister Peter Marie and Dr. Nathan might motivate the parole board to look kindly on you. To let you go free.
Tobias?
I'm okay. What do I have to do?
Give me permission and I'll set the wheels in motion. And in the meantime, keep out of trouble.
I hear you're a faggot.
Whether I am or not, what's it to you?
lights go out, I don't want you getting any ideas.
Trust me, Colonel, I'm never gonna get that horny.
As long as we understand each other. Fucking faggots are ruining the military. Don't ask, don't tell my ass.
I agree. Yeah, I think the military should stay the way it's always been. Bunch of redneck he-men who murder children and rape women.
You making a joke of me?
Seems like you're doing a pretty good job on your own.
Wait! Fuck, no! Guys! Wait, no, no, no! Fucking, you don't understand. Wait, look, I'm sorry. Just let me explain! Fuck! God damn it!
Fahrenheit and Celsius. Two ways of measuring the same thing. Of course, most of the world is on Celsius, but we Americans remain defiantly committed to Fahrenheit. We'd like to learn the other way. We'd like to change, but we just can't seem to accept that 0 degrees is actually warmer than we think.
So, Jackson, why were you sent to prison?
Files right in front of you.
You don't want to say the words.
Assault.
What else?
This is bullshit.
It's not easy to verbalize, is it?
So?
So that's good. That means you're not proud of what you did.
No, it means I didn't do what the bitch says I did. I didn't try and rape her. She came along willingly.
Okay, I want to schedule you for another appointment tomorrow.
Why? The shit is not helping me.
Well, it's helping me. You see, Jackson, I have quotas to fill. And I have to see a certain amount of prisoners every day, or the state just won't pay me. Jackson, you were tested for drugs just before the parole hearing and you came out clean. Do I need to have you tested again?
No.
I believe you. For now.
You read it and I got a complaint. Kids poets told me yesterday they've been cut or something. Shit, I can't even get my usual high.
The problem ain't with the product, nigga. It's with the consumer.
Am I talking to you? Yo, I need some better shit.
What Poet's trying to tell you in his own surly style is that you've been snorting so much every day, combined with the size of your body, you done developed yourself a tolerance.
At least he's tolerant about something.
Yo, shut up. Yo, give me some more.
More is only gonna kill you. No, you need a better way to, what's that word?
Ingest.
Ingest. Only be careful where you stick it. You don't want to be leaving yourself any marks.
So under my tongue?
Or behind your knee.
As a basketball player, my legs are what made me. I know I'm never gonna see another pro game, so fuck it, right? What's it matter? But it does matter. These legs took me out of the projects. I made something out of myself. I don't want to forget that. I'm proud of these legs.
Prisoner number 01D251, Carlton Daniels, a.k.a. Tug Daniels, convicted February 20th, 2001, attempted murder in the first degree. Sentence, 28 years, up for parole in 14.
The time for action has arrived. Tug, you waste Pancom.
Done. I want Morales.
Why are you so hell-bent on killing him?
I made a promise to avenge the death of Bjorn this year.
Augustus, I want you to get word to Omar White in the hospital ward that he's to finish off Supreme Allah.
Hey, Bud. Listen, I've been thinking about this little war we activate. A lot of good men will die.
All of them gonna die in any case.
But assuming you win, what you gonna gain? The hacks will lock down this whole prison.
Can't keep the lid on it forever.
Warden finds out you're the ringleader, he gonna send you to solitary.
Augustus, what the fuck's your problem?
You were my father's best friend, right? You and him went off to Vietnam together. You came back alone. And since then, I have followed you. I have done your bidding, never questioned him, right?
So now you got questions.
When I was 10 years old, I wanted a real job.
You wanted a paper route.
Why, instead, you had me selling smack.
Well, you gotta learn the business.
Why? Why I need to learn how to sell drugs?
Because we didn't have any other options back then. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna apologize for who I am or what I've done, right? Do I wish things had been better? Sure. Do I wish we'd been born in one of them fancy mansions up there on Kellogg Boulevard? Sure. But I don't hope, and I don't dream. I take a shit in this world. I see reality, and I make the best of it.
You ain't got to tell me about reality. I live in Oz. I live in this chair. And I wouldn't be here if you let me have the goddamn motherfucking paper route. man is like a father to me.
When there comes a time for every son to leave his father's house, make his own way.
Even so, I can't betray him.
You believe what he's instigated is wrong?
For the most part, yes.
And do you believe that many people will suffer as a result?
Yes.
You know, I've always admired you, Augustus. For being your own man. For keeping, especially in this place, a sense of decency and honor.
What good has it ever done?
You get to sleep through the night.
I need to talk to you.
So talk.
In private.
Yo, bro. What you want? Sip of water. I ain't no nurse. Come on, I'm so thirsty, man, please. When I was a kid, I used to love reading Jack London. You know, Call the Wild, White Fang. I remember one story where a man was in the middle of Alaska or somewhere isolated and cold. He'd lost his dog team. His legs were broken. He realized he was going to freeze to death. So he buried himself in the snow and simply went to sleep. Terrifying. And yet beautiful. Acceptance of one's fate. The way any man should die.
Shots. Get up.
We're a month away from the date set by the court for your execution. You'll have to decide which way you want to go.
Die. Old. Sleep.
Yeah, well, that's not an option.
Peter Marie.
I'll ask her to see you.
Hey, don't you be crying, man. Your crying's gonna bring me down. Stop your fucking crying!
And then there's gas. They put you in a little room and drop a pellet of sodium cyanide. Your lungs fill up, and that's the end.
Stoned?
Gee, I don't know if that gas makes you high.
No. Rocks.
I don't understand.
Throw.
Wait a minute. You want to be stoned to death?
Shirley Jackson.
Moses, listen to me. As your lawyer, I have to tell you, there's a very good chance that you're looking at another death sentence.
So we'll appeal that one too.
Yes, but Congress has placed a lot of limitations on death row appeals.
Which means?
Which means that you will probably be executed for one or both of these crimes. You have to prepare for what might be coming.
You see, I ain't thought through that part of the situation. Because I haven't given up hope. I'm a man of principles, you understand? And I believe down to the bottom of my soul that a man with principles will be exonerated.
Always good to hope. But just in case, you might want to make some plans. You know? Get your house in order.
The state attorney general has refused your request to be executed by being stoned to death.
Law. Right, mine.
An anti-death penalty group has decided to take up your cause. They're going to sue the state on your behalf.
This mess will probably drag on for decades.
Peter Marie.
Lights out.
This whole time I thought you were a damn idiot talking in flashcards. But now I see you're a fucking genius.
No. Genius. No.
Yes, genius, yes. You supposed to die in 2 weeks, all your appeals dried up. But by asking to be stoned to death, you threw a wrench in the works. Everybody's suing everybody. And like the warden says, this could take years to sort out.
Die. Old. Sleep.
Ah, Giles. You are an inspiration to us all, brother.
I'm curious as to why you asked the warden to see me.
I just finished reading your book. It's awesome.
Thank you.
This section on Jefferson Keene, being on death row and giving his kidney to his sister, it really got to me.
I still hear from Grace. She's very happy, very healthy.
I want to do the same thing. Give my organs away. Let others make use of my insides when I'm done with them. The only thing is, I want to meet the people I'm going to help.
I'm not sure that's allowed.
You can make it happen, Saeed. I know you can. Power
power through faith.
I'll see what I can do.
Look, brother, I stood where you are now. And yo, I know the need to be a man. But being a man ain't fueled by drugs or fists or banging your bitch. Being a man starts here.
Salah's making another convert.
Yes. He has a way of talking to people on their level.
You did a great job guiding him.
Leroy. What you want, Rosen?
I'm a patient man. Tolerant man. But my friend Jazz here is not. That's right. We had a deal. Half the cash in advance for you to whack Kareem Saeed. But Saeed's still walking. You said you had a long-term plan to get close to him. Well, Jazz is feeling the clock has run out.
Tick-tock, Leroy. First, my name ain't Leroy Tidd no more. My name's Salahuddin. Second, I know I said I'd promised to kill Saeed, but I've changed my mind.
First, in order to change your mind, you gotta have a mind. And Leroy, you got shit for brains. Second, you don't back out on a brotherhood.
Assalamu alaikum.
Give me that fucking hocus pocus bullshit.
Ropes! You looking for jerk-off time in the hole?
No.
Then goose step your butt out of here.
This shit ain't
Salah, you seem troubled.
My soul is heavy, Minister.
So talk to me.
I'm afraid. Afraid to speak the truth.
Never be afraid of the truth, my brother.
I lied to you. You see, when I first approached you saying I wanted to become a Muslim, I had vengeance in my heart. Because of what you did, killing that Abisi. But then the bliss of Allah replaced the vengeance. Now I'm a true believer.
I knew the day that I embraced you that you were lying.
You did? Then why?
The ways of the Almighty are wondrous indeed. He brought us together at this time and this place so that we could learn from each other.
You learn from me? How?
That day I went to Arabisi and I swore my loyalty to him. Since his death, I have been struggling with my demons. Still do. But you've taught me the world has many possibilities.
Royston and Hoyt want you dead.
I know.
What are we gonna do?
As with everything else, you'll leave this in the hands of God.
You take care of this, I'll bring you into the Brotherhood. You don't, I'll feed you to them.
I'm ready to do whatever you need.
Mom. Salah is dead.
I killed him, you know. I killed him just like I killed Adam, Missy. I might as well have had the knife in my hand. Into his bloody hands.
Kareem.
No. Say nothing.
But you can't blame me, sir.
Leave me. Because my demons need freedom. Leave me!
They say that every snowflake is different. But how can they really be sure? I mean, think about all the snowflakes that have fallen all over the world throughout Earth's history.